If you are a real estate agent and you are looking for some marketing ideas and you are considering doing real estate blogging to market your business and get your real estate business found on Google, this video is for you. I'm going to give you my top 3 real estate blog ideas that you can start planning out topics within these 3 categories so that you can start getting your business found on Google and get leads coming into your business, and also have evergreen content that is going to work for you for not only months into the future, but years into the future. My name is Braden McKee, and I have been a Phoenix, Arizona real estate agent for the last 8 years, but my first love is content marketing, and I love being a real estate marketing educator where I teach real estate agents and help them to find and create longevity and sustainability in their real estate marketing with content SEO, aka getting your business found through organic search on Google, YouTube, and Pinterest. So if you want to learn how to create a freedom-based marketing plan, go ahead and hit subscribe, and we're going to dive into these blog post ideas right now. Okay, so blogging, this is like one of my love languages. I think that blogs are such an underrated marketing platform and tool. And we are going to talk today about some blog ideas that you can start implementing, publishing on your website so that you can start getting your business, your content found in Google search for your local area, and you can have content that is evergreen, meaning it is going to work for you for years to come in the future to generate leads and attract more eyes onto your business. Okay, so the very first kind of blog post idea for you is local community spotlights. So this would be taking your local community areas and creating a blog post about each community. Now, you can do this in a couple of different ways, and I really think it's going to depend on first your keyword research. So your keyword research is going to be really important because you want to make sure that there is some search activity for the content that you're going to be creating about. But you want to look up, what are your communities and how it's structured. So depending on how big your area is, like I'm in Phoenix, and if I was to just write about Phoenix as a whole, first of all, there'd be like a huge blog post. I wouldn't be able to cover every single city in a blog post or most of the major communities because I would be writing forever and I would never get anything published. It's also very, very competitive because it's such a large area. But if I am specifically wanting to focus on our team's niche, which is 55 plus relocation buyers, and some of those buyers are also very interested in new construction, and I know that we specialize in the Northwest Valley, which is the cities of Peoria, Surprise, Sun City West, and then we do a little bit of like Waddell, Goodyear, and Buckeye. I can start focusing in on those areas. So I'm going to say, if I'm going to look at Surprise, I'm going to say, okay, the 55 plus communities in Surprise are Sterling Grove. I've got Arizona Traditions. I've got Sun City Grand, or the Grand. They just rebranded it. I also have one more, I think it's called Sun Village, which is a little bit of a smaller, older community. And then I've got one community that's kind of on the border, Surprise and Sun City. And so I could maybe do a blog post about each of those communities. And so I would make a post and I would talk about, things that people want to know that maybe they wouldn't know just if they're not from here, or they want more information. So I would talk about, the location. I would talk about, how many homes, how big is the community, amenities. I would maybe talk about the housing statistics, like, what are the price ranges going from, what are the different styles of homes, maybe just different things like that. And so I would do a more in-depth blog post. And the great news is that these local community spotlight blog topics are really evergreen. Those communities aren't going anywhere. And if you need to update any information, like let's say they build some more homes in there, or next year the market changes and the prices go up a bunch, you can update that and there's going to be no penalty. And actually Google loves it when you update your blog posts from year to year if there's any changes. it's going to be evergreen. It's still going to be searchable. It's still going to be relevant. And now you have that blog post that you can share with people in email. You can share it on social media. People can find it in Google, and they can find it in Google for years and years into the future. So these community spotlights are something that I think every single real estate agent should have on their website. And if you can get more specific with like larger, communities within a city or a town, this is really nice because it's not so small that the search is probably too little to make a huge difference, but you can really kind of carve a space out in the competition when you go a little bit more to the specific community level. Okay, the next blog post idea would be to blog about your real estate niche or your specialty. So I mentioned that my team here in Phoenix, we focus on 55 plus relocation, and we talk a little bit about new construction. So when I'm doing my keyword research, I'm going to be looking at what are the phrases that people are using when they are trying to find information about 55 plus communities in this area. And what you will find when you're doing keyword research, whether you're doing it through paid or free tools, is that you're going to have people that are searching for specific phrases or even questions like what are the best or what are the most affordable 55 plus communities in Arizona, or what are the most affordable 55 plus communities in Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona golf retirement communities or some things like that. So you can create blog posts for your niche, answering the questions or giving them the information about specific things that they are searching for when it relates to your niche. So maybe you go to Google and you start playing around with the search and you say, okay, I work with first-time home buyers. I am located in Boise, Idaho. What am I going to find? And you might find that people are searching for first-time home buyer programs in Boise, Idaho, or something like, is it too expensive to be a first-time home buyer in Boise? I don't know if that's actually a search term. You need to go to Google, but Google is going to show you, if you start playing around, you're going to be able to find the different types of search terms that people are looking for, and you're going to be able to create content specifically to answer that question or to address that topic that they are searching for. And then the last blog post idea for you is to create branded blog posts. Now, when I say branded, I'm talking about your name, your team name, and talking about, your brand and your values, what it's like to work with you, and also case studies and testimonials. Now, these can be shorter blog posts, but what is really important here is that when somebody finds you, maybe they find you on social media, maybe they find you on YouTube, maybe they find you somewhere else, maybe you meet them in person and they're considering moving and they want to kind of know a little bit more about you before they consider hiring you. They're going to start Googling you. They're going to start Googling your name. They're going to start Googling your team name, your branding, right? And you want to create blog posts that are going to be found in those searches. So you can create branded blog posts about, maybe your story about why you got into real estate. Maybe create a post about what, your favorite things about working in real estate, or what you love, who you love helping, right? You can also do case studies or incorporate your testimonials talking about your recent sales and incorporate your branding in. And that way, it can be a very subtle way to say, hey, here's who I've been working with. Here's some stories about how I worked with these clients and how we helped them meet their real estate goals. That way, when people start searching for you or your brand name, your team name in Google, you can make sure that your content is starting to be able to be found versus other random content or other things that maybe are starting to rank for those terms that you are not in charge of publishing or creating. Sometimes the most random things can be linked to your name, and you want to try to be at the forefront of whatever the search results are when people are Googling your name or your branding. Now, these are just 3 general ideas. There's a lot more specific ideas for you, But if you are looking for blog post ideas, you want to learn more about using blogging and content SEO for your real estate business, I do have a monthly membership called the Breakout Agent, and I talk a lot this year about content SEO and teaching that. So if you want, you can go and join that. You can join as a monthly member or you can join as a yearly member. Cancel anytime and you can get the resources. And in our monthly guide, I do include, a blog post kind of template for your title and outline that you can use to create blog posts faster for your real estate business. And if you are looking for more real estate marketing and lead generation ideas, go ahead and watch this video where I talk about 5 real estate marketing and lead generation ideas for you that do not include cold calling and door knocking. So if you want to get away from those traditional methods, or maybe you're doing them and they're just not your favorite, or you're just looking to really be on your A game when it comes to your marketing, go ahead and watch that video and I will see you over there.